What is up, everybody? It's your boy Verda here, and thank you so much for stopping by. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I do appreciate everything that you do on this channel. It means a lot to me, guys. And with that said, today we're having a topic of conversation. I do these videos every once in a while. Recently, because of me being on a content spree, we've been doing these a lot more. And these, I mean, basically we're doing these polls onto the community section of the YouTube channel right here. So that might be an interest to you, where I ask a question, you vote for that, or you leave your comments down, and then we make a video about it to talk. And it's a very good piece for pretty much the game, because we discuss an idea openly with the way we think, and then I lead you into, you know, seeing where I come on this topic, etc., etc. You get the entire idea. It's a conversation. And today, as a thumbnail and the title of course suggests, should Black Desert restrict the marketplace a bit, or to be completely fair with you, should it be removed? So in order for me to lead towards this particular question, I gotta tell you why I even asked this. And my motif for this truly is because the only content in Black Desert is constructive criticism or straight up raw dog in the game. Unfortunately, it is nowadays. And that's because we love BDO so much, and we're not seeing that love being reciprocal from the developers the same way as we love the game. And unfortunately, with it going very sideways nowadays, it's kind of the only relevant content to try and speak towards Black Desert with our hearts and express how we think this game would be better. And another very big thing is the complaint of the endgame players like me, like other very big content creators, and to be fair with you, the general masses, about how content is dead. There is nothing new to do. After 750 gear score, nothing holds any meaning. Even before that, it doesn't hold any meaning. They're speeding you up towards an inevitable nothingness. And to that, I responded by suggesting a very huge hot take. And it is a hot take, and I recognize it as a hot take. And of course, we're talking about this poll here in particular, which I ran 3 days ago. It has 390 votes. It has 14% for, neutral 15, and 71 against. Let's read this. Question for the Black Desert players here. Do you think the game will be better if you cannot sell accessories, weapons, functional clothes, and life skill equipment? You just go and collect these yourself throughout the game, a journey per piece. The rest of the marketplace is the same. And to be fair with you, I thought this would be probably 90% against. This was my set expectation, but we kind of went above what I really did think. And to give benefit of the doubt, we have to treat the neutrals for both, you know, negative and positive, you know, just because these guys, they don't really care, the people that voted neutral. But we have 14% yes, the game will be better, 15% for the game to be neutral, and 15% for neutral, they don't care about it, and no, the game will not be better, 71%. Now this is quite showing, because the way I asked this question was, well, I mean, if you do this now, it's gonna go sideways. And that is very true. I didn't ask this question not knowing that this would indeed happen. So let's read the replies over here. We have 18 comments. The first one from Zoe says, no, they should remain sellable. What they need to do is update Crescent, Cadres, Distos, Eye of the Ruins, and other accessories before Debos came out into full sets, which will add the diversity that people want for gear. What makes me irritated with Pearl Abyss is they get so close to that touchdown and they just fumble it almost every damn time. To be fair with you, it is, they get very close to actually making something good and then they screw it up at the end. This has been a reoccurring thematic. We have a next reply from my boy Queenie. Make sure you go ahead and follow Queenie, guys. He's a fellow content creator. I love him to death. And he says, in its current state, it would not change anything for the better. The real issue is that progression is too fast and is speeding you towards nothing. Man, what? Literally repeated. Making those accessories before demos actually useful would be a larger step in the right direction. All right, interesting. We're seeing two people talking about the Boricas, specifically the Boricas. Let's move to the second one, sorry, to the third one. If you want this type of a game, I highly recommend you old school RuneScape. There's different kinds of difficulties like Iron Man, Hardcore Iron Man, Team Iron Man, etc. You can't use the CM, and I get this is the central market, and you need to collect everything by yourself or by teams, depending on your choosing playstyle. Now, this is very interesting. We will talk about this later on. My boy Grimkill, make sure you follow him as well. He's a fellow content creator of mine, one of my best friends in Black Desert Online. He says we had a good run. He's not happy with it. The next one goes, the problem to get fun again. The problem to get fun again in BDO is not avoiding the central market, is to get a clear goal to do in the game and bring back the RPG elements like choosing your gear, which gives you theory crafting, etc. These days BDO is just a beat them all with no end game goal. Based, man, holy moly, my community here, they know what's up. Denius says they need content. I'm not yet a PvP fan, but there's no sense in getting better gear if there's no use for it. Same goes for PvE. We need dungeons and raids. It shouldn't be that difficult since there's plenty of other games that do exactly that. BDO has the best graphics in combat system. Use it. Debatable on the combat system, graphic wise, very strong. The engine is kind of cucked, but you get the idea. It presents itself well at first glance. Let's just say it like this. The idea is very good, but will only be applied if BDO had different enhancing system, not in the current state though. In current state, they just need to delete old items and revamp what they will keep like they did with the tongue rat. I see what he means. Basically, just revamp it and do what they did with the tongue rat range. Basically, add more meaning towards old accessories. Like just diversify them through different effects, which is an interesting take. We have over here another reply. To make this game of BDO better is quite easy. Reduce the price of crown stones from 2 mil to 2,000. Okay, then everyone will enhance until all pan blacks are 2,000 prize at blacksmith. That is a first random number. Second, Pearl Abyss won't like this because, of course, costumes. But we have a reply to that. Well, I totally agree with you. You understand that they will never do this. Selling outfit packs is the only thing keeping this game alive financially. I don't see Jay selling his Bugatti anytime. So, all right. That's great. That's great. I'm not sure about the 2,000 price, but in general, people have been wanting for a long period of time for crown stones to not be so important when it comes to enhancing, especially now. Crown stones are, they've become more important. They become so important yet so expensive to the point where crowns progress you faster because how many times you can attempt, because of the ease to access, just because you can go ahead and buy them from the blacksmith, etc. But they make the gear more expensive, so it's very weird. It's very weird. I know it's super weird. But anyways, let's move down the line. If enhancing accessory was less BS, it would be better. Otherwise, worse. We have, I rather buy the accessories with my RNG. Upgrading accessories myself is not fun. I see what you mean. At this point, just give everyone max gear so everyone is at the same spot, then release 2 higher enhancements for each item. This is very interesting. Basically, what he's saying is how the sovereign weapon is going to work. It's going to work up until enhancing number 10. And to make everything up until regular pen easy to access and then move from pen to, let's say, like 2 on top. This is pretty much the sovereign idea. I see what this person means, and that might actually work in terms of, you know, giving that meaning. But let's be honest, meaning is derived from what will that piece of upgrade actually unlock, and we don't have anything unlocking right now in BDO. So if we're talking about extreme endgame where you go from a pen to what is after a sextuple or whatever it is, from pen to number 6 and number 7, whatever it is, those number 6 and number 7, they still will lack absolutely, they will have absolutely no value, simply because there is nothing to look forward to beating with this gear. Nothing will improve. The next thing is, I would not like that because I hate enhancing, he says. Had to do some yesterday and hated every minute. I played with the old MP system when we couldn't buy things as easily, and now it sucked. I see what he means. I've also been a part of the old marketplace. Thank God that thing got guttered because old marketplace was a plague on BDO. We have Sir Blue Lagoon, who's a very big regular onto the channel. I don't trust PA or the direction. The level the level of incompetence is wild, considering they have an IP with so much promise and potential. Even the events, like summer event just ended, don't feel as lively as previous ones. I'll just cut a real quick pause. The Sea Palace is completely dead. I tried going out there and killing Vel. I was just with another player on the only crowded server. People don't care about it anymore. Unfortunately, I see what they mean. Too little group content for an MMO. True, Zircle is still a major issue at PvP. Should not take this long to address this issue. They're finally releasing great looking outfits, a little too late in your opinion. They should have taken pages out of RuneScape and Final Fantasy XIV. To add a little bit to the last comment, Pearl Abyss are a very stupid company when it calls to reading the room. Unfortunately, PA are like this. They do not look into what other games have done. There are books written on gaming, there are recipes, there are formulas onto how to execute specific content, and they refused to look at it. And unfortunately, fellow partners really like defending them with it. Oh, they're a new company. They've never done something like this before. You don't need to have done this before to actually see that other games have done this and just simply copy it. And that's a great shame that they're giving them any wiggle room for it. We have a Mythos here. Are they talking about making accessories not sellable because that effectively shuts the door behind the players that were able to do this, and those of us that are trying to catch up will be screwed? Plus those other are what I collect from grinding, upgrade to do, and sell them for profit. If that's taken from the game, my grind is even harder. This game won't be here for another 5 years. Hey man, you're saying it. Or it won't be as popular because, let's face it, the only game has been played for 15 years and still has any semblance of its past community, World of Warcraft. Absolutely true. And basically no one plays that game anymore either. Absolutely not true. World of Warcraft is getting near 10 million players right now worldwide, according to the latest theorized statistics. So let's progress to the end game in a reasonably fast manner so we can have fun for the time we've got left. Doom and gloomy like myself, man, I see what you mean, but I'm gonna use this just to say there is no plan for this coming out. This is just a theory video, okay? This will not be probably happening. It's just that we're talking about it. And we have a dot. Sure. So with that said, guys, let me just give you a reasoning for this question, since we just managed to just read through what the community thinks about this. The reason for which I asked this is because we measure everything in silver an hour. Silver an hour is the bane of Black Desert's existence. Silver an hour is the reason for which we have the term dead content, because all content that we value, the more we progress into the mid and end game, is deemed worthy only if it fits that silver an hour narrative for our classes, our specializations, whatever we play. What this means is that the more you progress, old content becomes exceptionally irrelevant. One way, and I emphasize on one way of fixing this, is to remove the capability of the player base, dare I say, to sell your accessories, weapons, functional clothes, and life skill equipment. The reason for this is because you will be actually going out of your way to chase rewards. This will bring people all over the world, all over the grind spots. You will see so much grinding happening because if you want to get your Pancentaur's belt, you better go ahead and kill Pancentaurs. This is not a new approach to BDO. Iron Man players do this. In particular, they do this and they're having so much fun. The reason for this question is because I'm seeing my friend Quinny, Azure, Sickloots. I'm seeing the people, all of the people to do Iron Man progressions, and they don't access to the marketplace, and they find their gameplay so compelling. It's ridiculous to see how much they are enjoying this game considering the current situation. And if you ever go into, as I said, into Quinny, Azure, Sickloots, everybody that is doing Iron Man series, you're gonna see these guys enjoying it like nothing. It's so fun because, hey man, I want to get a Tet Sitzels for whatever reason. You go out into the desert, you grind you grind your map pieces or your whatever. You get the idea, guys. It seems to me like the marketplace and the silver an hour of BDO is more of a plague than anything else. And the way I really thought about this was, okay, how can we get rid of the silver an hour method? Well, first, let's get rid of the loot scrolls, integrate them within the game 100%. Let's get rid of the marketplace, which defines the necessity for silver an hour because you can get everything with silver. This will emphasize grinding over the silver an hour. So you're going to have a power restructuring to the point where, yes, silver will be important, but it's going to be secondary. And now it's how much you have grinded in terms of trash numbers for certain upgrades. And it's going to just shift the game into a more, at least in my opinion, compelling state. So am I saying, verdict, that we should probably look forward to finding a way to emphasize onto the purpose of grinding for the pieces, or rather than grinding elsewhere for the pieces? Because let's be honest, in Black Desert, you go for on the best spot, you go into the circles, 1,000 hours of circles on the very same spot to chase upgrades which are from different parts of the game. This is what kills the content. It's because you sit here and do nothing but grind in circles in one very same spot for all the upgrades that you could possibly ever need. That's what this is where the dead content comes from. Because to be fair with you, me being a Mystic player, man, if let's just say they revive Evasion and you will no longer be able to buy Sitzels, Orkinrads, all of those things, you get the idea. And you know, depending on what the future holds in terms of itemization changes, we're just talking hypothetically here, and I have to go ahead and get my Centaur's belt, go and grind, commit to a journey for the piece. That's gonna make it all too fulfilling. And as I said, we see this in the Iron Man players, they're enjoying it, and this suggestion here comes from what I see them enjoying. And I'm pretty sure that while many people will complain about this, eventually it's gonna be exceptionally compelling. And with that being said, guys, please do like and subscribe to this channel, because I do these all the time, and it's gonna be a cue for you, dare I say, to come around, click a vote, see what's up, and put out your opinion, because I look forward to reading what you guys have to say. That's the cool part of it, because I see what you guys think about this game. And also, we have a civil conversation. There's no hate here. we're just talking. We are just conversating. And with that said, I love you to death. Mwah. More content. We're going on a spree. You'll see so much on this channel within this week. Yeah, guys, see ya. Love you to death, and on to the next one. Bye bye.